follow a line,
Yes.
we can have whatever we want.
I'm here with my father. This is Paul Waelder. My brothers are behind the scenes here. I'm really excited. We're up at the house he just built. He just finished it. We're doing some details today. We put on a flat seam sheet metal roof. But I'm also very excited because this video is sponsored by Wrangler. They provided a few pieces from the new Riggs line, and my father as well. So I wanted to thank Wrangler for that, and my subscribers as well, because you guys, your subscriptions, clicks and likes and everything helps to make this possible. So let's
get it.
Let's put a roof on. Few tools, fairly simple, is a custom torch head that we built. We've got 2 bar folders.
Yes.
There's a few names for them.
Duckbill tongs or seamers.
Shears.
Straight shears.
Then smaller radii, you have your rights and lefts. They remove and bend waste in different ways. Where do you start with the metal now that you're geared up?
Well, I've pre-cut sheet metal blanks. Now this copper is a little bit turned, oxidized.
Yeah.
Because this is left over from a long standing seam roof panel that I'm just utilizing the scrap. No matter what I do, it's gonna get there.
It's gonna get to green, right?
The patina green over time becomes its own form of protection. You should get 100 years out of it if you install it properly. You put a galvanized tin roof on, you might get 25 or 30 years, and then it'll start rusting. Okay. So, the flat seam panel, they are soldered. They're excellent for low slope roofs. The soldering of the seams, it becomes, in effect, a single sheet. The panels were sheared. I have the advantage of machines, but this can be done very easily with your straight seams. If you follow a line,
yes,
we can have whatever we want.
Right.
And then your notching will be a 3/8 fold. This is me. So you want to notch that 1/2 by 1/2 corner. When we do a panel wholly, it'll make more sense.
Let's do it now.
This whole pile is here, pre-notched, ready to roll. 17 3/8, that just happened to be what that existing repurposed panel width was, and I'm maximizing the material. There's an order as to which, or how they're bent. So 2 seams are going to be up, and 2 seams are going to be down. You can see this goes in 1 inch. And this side is 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to be using the 3/8 side. So you slide your material in there, make sure you're bottomed out, and you just roll it over. And it's a full 180-degree bend. And now these are
another 4.
My 2 up, and then I'm going to flip it over, and you're going to get your 2 down. And again, it'll make sense
when we lay them out.
When you see it going together here.
And that one, same deal. And then so they're essentially interchangeable almost.
Yes. Oh yeah.
In the way that you can flip them, right?
Well, I can flip to do what I want.
Yes.
Depending on the direction I'm going.
Exactly.
Okay? All right, you're going to go for one.
With this. Now we're gonna bring her down.
All right, let me look at it. Okay. Oh, not there. There you go. See? Boom. They're the same.
Follows suit.
Okay. So there's your patterns.
Yeah.
You finish off that stack. You should probably be done by the time I'm back with my full cup of coffee.
I guess.
Here you go, son. Fresh, hot, and delicious. You getting them?
Yep.
This one's tired from old age. Like you. Like putting it like you. we're gonna put the first panel on. We're gonna work from the house out. You wanna hook and draw it away from the house and then bring it up. And make sure your fold is on your drip edge. You can persuade it, and then I'm going to fasten. Now typically I would use the cleats. This roof is so small that expansion is not
an issue, right?
It's not a large issue. It's gonna expand,
But not on the scale.
it's not as great a concern. So I'm gonna put my nail within my seam, so when I solder, the solder will incorporate the nail head and tie it all together. There's one. Two. And you don't want to mix materials, metals. You don't want to use a galvanized nail or you're going to get a reaction. It turns your roof into a battery and it will eat the less noble metal. Okay, those are now ready to receive panels. Now I'm going to close this bottom and fold it around. This being free will allow room for expansion off the roof when the sun heats this. Now we're going to put the second panel on, ready to go. Looks like we're already drifted. Hook. Bring it up. Not finishing the seam off yet. To get it started, yes. And then the same pattern. With no nail on the end because that'll come around the drip edge next. Prep it to receive the next pan. Straighten all this out. Copper's very friendly, malleable.
Yeah.
For doing certain things.
Shapes, like compound curves. The
Yes.
copper's beautiful.
For strength. And then the same thing, you're gonna roll this underneath. Bring it. There. Okay, there's one row.
And you're not worried about most of this, John?
No.
Because you want it to turn anyway, right?
Yep.
And this was at a great price.
Right?
Free row. Now,
Check.
it's important not to stack your seams, or you'll have a hole right here.
Right.
So now what we want to do is offset your seam. So I need a half panel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to split a panel in half. 16.5 inches, 8 1/4. And I'm just going to pull a line here. I'm going to make a small pan, replicating the 1/2 inch notch on the half panel.
Right.
So I'm going in a 1/2 inch, coming around. Now I'll take the bar folder.
Same 3/8 side.
Yep. And I have a half panel.
Cool.
All right. So, figure it out. Well, there we go. I'm gonna pull that away from the house. prepped for the next panel. A little bit of press down, and I'll pound all these seams tight before soldering. Right, so now I'm gonna make sure I've got my drift. I'm gonna hook the end, and it's the same process all the way up. Okay, I'm locked. This could use a little drift. Let's see if I can get under there. See? Beautiful. Okay. Same fastening pattern. Never bought a good tool that didn't pay for itself. Alright, so we're going to start here. Line that up. Take my pencil. Give myself a good line underneath. Now, I got to remember, adding 3/8 to a 1/2 inch. So here I am, I'm going to cut off my line. Replace the notch. Okay, that should finish it. Set this down, make sure I'm under. Come up. This is going to get one nail. Rows. In real time, that took about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. Are you setting that for solder?
Not permanent, just for placement. And then just keep using my panel, and I'll get as close as I can to the ridge, center, from this side, and then I'll go over to the other side. And we'll work up, and then I'll custom make a strip that'll finish the center off.
Right.
They sent me this nice jacket. Lifetime warranty on this stuff. Rip stop, nice waterproof shell, it's comfortable. I'm doing a second video that they've sponsored, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. There's sort of a sweepstakes kind of thing where you can pick out your own apparel from the line. So stay tuned for that. That's the second video coming up.
Not solid copper anymore, but it should be okay. There she is.
There'll be a hole here.
Yeah.
All right, when you're soldering now, you got to pay close attention to that intersection, because that is a pinhole to be. And you're going to want to make sure you flood that with enough solder and draw that solder underneath these seams so that that whole thing is closed up. And even if, as you go along and you solder, and you come back when it's cooled down, and then hit it again and lay solder on top of it, you want to make sure those are closed. I'm going to finish this up. There she goes. This is nice now. Here's the pinhole. I'm going to flood it, and I got it. I don't have to go back. But you got to look behind, because as it cools, it can shrink in and a hole will open up. Done.